Welcome to Lost in the Desert, episode 55, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 55. Because I tried to record one in the desert, low in the forest, and it didn't hit. There was some like crazy fucking shit going on. That's why my smile.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah. But yeah, what a fucking shitty week. Sorry for the past 3 weeks. Like we have just been, well, the past 2 weeks we had just been busy as fuck. Everybody's had their own shit going on, and it's just been, hectic after hectic after hectic. But yeah, now we're finally back. I still got shit to do, places to go. But yeah, how you been? Bro, don't start with me. How you been? Answer the fucking question.
Oh, I've been great. It's been a fun week for me.
All right.
It's actually never been bad, dude. I tell you, it's been a fun week. Elections is finally over, so thankfully.
Yeah, thank God. Fuck all of y'all. 100%. Fuck all of y'all. This is how I know American kids is already like dumb as rocks. Like I can't wait till he disband the Department of Education, FDA, all that shit, and all you fuckers get sick as shit.
You
Like
think
y'all really sold everything out for $1 that you will never see over the next 4 years. You're never gonna go into your checks and balances and be like, "Oh my God, the economy! I saved X amount." You're never gonna see that. But whatever, y'all are retarded,
so?
so
You don't
it's all
think he's
good.
gonna take off taxes on overtime?
You're not taking shit, bro. You're not getting. You guys are not getting shit. Employers don't already let you work overtime. Employers don't even like. They might let you work an hour or two overtime. You're like, we taking away taxes over overtime, bitch.
They're gonna be like, no overtime now.
This is how like dumb people are. Like, if you work, let's just say the people who work overtime, they're
Yeah.
hourly, right?
Yes.
You're only hourly until like at max like 22 an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're making more than that, you're probably salaried. So you're not getting overtime anyway.
Salary. Yeah. There's no overtime for salary.
Yeah, there's no overtime for salary, but like companies, if you're making more than the equivalent of let's say 22 or more an hour, they put you on salary as on the books.
Yeah.
You 17 an hour, like, oh my God, I worked an hour of overtime. I'm not getting taxed on that 17 an hour. Who gives a fuck?
well,
You're never gonna see that.
No, I could definitely see that happening. Where now, well, employees who are make with great salary at pay,
Y'all know me
they're
saying
gonna be
shit.
they're gonna put them back to salary rather than overtime. I can see that happening.
Okay, for the call. And what about you regular niggas?
What are you talking about?
What about your regular average everyday Joe, bro? You guys are never gonna see that shit.
You don't think so?
No, y'all are fucking dumb as rocks. But whatever. Like, there's no dollar amount that'll make me like give away like people's value, like people's actual rights. Because if that's all I cared about, I could have been in the Middle East right now, working with pops or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're
I
saying.
could have been in the Middle East working with pops. If I didn't want rights, if I didn't want human rights and shit, if I wanted to walk on eggshells my entire fucking life, I could have just been over there.
Do you think gas is gonna go under $2?
Gas is no, it's never gonna go under fucking $2. It's already like 270 something. It was cheaper than when he was in office right now. Like you go to the 76. You go to 76 gas station in fucking Glendale, it was like 279.
Right, what else? What else was promised?
Like I'm fucking walking, bro. Department of Education getting disbanded. You guys, your kids are already dumb as rocks. But this is how I know Americans don't. I never actually valued like education.
So what about the FDA?
School is just a baby. School is free babysitting. Public school is free babysitting. That's literally it.
So what happens when Kennedy takes off FDA? What do you
Kennedy.
think? Yeah, because he's gonna be in charge of the health department.
Oh yeah, you guys are all dying. Well, again, y'all are all dying. Y'all don't have access to insurance anyway. Nothing's gonna change. You're already sick. Y'all don't have access to insurance. The water's already giving y'all runs. It's gonna be like them Indian street food videos.
What else did he promise? Hold up. Now border security. That's something else.
Border security. I hope you know when white people are gonna be mad. White people are gonna be mad when Home Depot parking lot is empty and you'll have nobody to trim your lawn and shit for cheap. When it costs you $400 to get your 100 square foot lawn manicured and shit. Okay,
Yes.
don't come crying to me. When your cousins, what was crazy was when they said the Latino vote was like 45 to something percent, like Latino vote. Glendale's gonna be so empty.
He whipped.
Glendale is going to be so.
Dude, she didn't win
empty.
not one swing state. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an easy win for you, and you fuck it up. How do you fuck up an easy win?
No, it's not. I don't. First of all,
You
I'm
gotta
a blame. I'm starting to blame on Joe, right? Because he could have let
Sleepy
her.
Joe.
He could have let her start campaigning last year. She literally, if you do the math, bro, she had like 4.5, maybe 5 months.
Remember we talked about this. I said this is the dumbest thing. Why now? You knew this was gonna happen.
Dumbest thing. Y'all should have given Joe some Red Bull and let him perk the fuck up.
So why people are not mad at Joe? Why people are blaming the minority voters?
Because
see-
it's not is they blame the minority because they voted against themselves.
No, not really. Because I think
They voted against policies
I'll tell you
that
what
like directly.
I hate. She kind of did the same thing when Joe was running. He's like, "Oh, if you're minority, you should vote for me regardless." Like, no, earn that vote. Go ahead and
Earn
earn.
that vote by keeping you. I was like, I'm gonna keep you here. That's enough to vote. That's
No, but it's still earn it. Like no, treat
that should
them.
be enough. Keeping you here
No,
should be
still
enough.
go out there and tell them what you want to do. Tell them what the process is. Not over here be like, oh, you should automatically vote for me.
She didn't expect half America to
I
be retarded like
genuinely,
that.
the only person who should be blamed is herself. She had a shitty campaign. He was quick with everything. When Joe, well, obviously they went back and forth on messing up. When he was like, oh, his voters are garbage. The next day he's driving a garbage truck. When he made about her McDonald's thing, he was working. Like he was quick with the backpack.
Bro, but she was cooking him with this.
Yeah, but he was
Like,
cooking right
if-
back.
Nah, the campaign. We see you and I's algorithms are very different.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
seeing.
saying.
I was seeing a lot of her campaigns, and I was like, bro, she was roasting the fuck out of him. Like hella quotes of him, talking about I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like her campaign really did cook. Like especially over like 4.5 months, she cooked over 4.5 months. She should have had a full year to like fund and campaign and go out and rally. Like 4.5 months, you can't plan going to 50 effing states.
Yeah, but also that was the dumbest thing, having her on her rallies, fucking Megan Thee Stallion twerking and performing. Like
I don't think she was twerking on. I
Yeah,
think
she was. I saw the video. Like you're not gonna tell me that. Like she's dead ass twerking. She had Beyonce endorsing her. She had everybody on Diddy's list. Everybody that's on Diddy's
okay,
list
now
was
stop
endorsing her.
it. Don't drag Diddy into this. Don't drag B and J into Diddy's list. Don't drag Meg
You're
into
telling me right now
Diddy's
that
list.
her endorsement wasn't mostly from Diddy's list. Stop it.
100%. Stop. You're okay. Now you're trolling, and you're gonna get
No,
on
I'm
my
not even
nerves.
trolling.
You're trolling, and you're trolling, and you get on my
Who-
nerves.
You seen that video of Diddy? He goes, "Who was number one on your list for every party?" Have you seen that video?
No,
Okay, so there was an interview
but you
back
see,
in the day. They literally asked
I don't
him.
believe any of that shit because if I'm going down and I'm pissed off, I'm either taking all y'all with me or I'm fucking
No, I mean, I'm not
everything
even
up for
trolling. I'm being
everyone.
dead ass. Okay, there's
You know who Diddy might want president so he could pardon him, like Lil Wayne did.
No, well, Kamala would have pardoned him because
Kamala was not gonna pardon Diddy.
Oh, wait.
Not in a million years. Are you crazy?
Yes, I was.
Trump gonna pardon Diddy. He gonna be like,
He was
"That-
never at his list.
That's not true,
He was never at his list.
bro. Get the fuck.
He wasn't
outta
even
here.
at the Epstein list.
Get the fuck out of here.
Think about that for a
He definitely
second.
was in that list,
And
bro.
and he actually
100%
wants to
was in
release the list.
Assam, he was 100% in that list, bro.
Nah, I don't believe it.
Nah. You see Nick Bosa got fined 11,000?
Yeah, for the fucking dummy.
Fuck the 49ers. I hope you tear 50 ACLs. I
He
hope you
won't.
tear an ACL and then
He
Brock Purdy
won't.
take y'all to the Super Bowl again.
They were taking nothing but W's.
Nah.
D-O-N.
I hope he tears that. I hope he tears the ACL, MCL, break an ankle, all of it. Man,
But
fucking
this
Nick.
is the thing. Obviously, as a third party person, it's fun to watch.
I was like, there's no way Assam could have. I was talking to my friends because they were like, who did he vote for? I was like, 100% not
Oh,
Trump.
no, but
but
you
I
did-
said, but 100% he probably didn't vote for Kamala either. He probably voted
No,
third
I didn't
party.
vote for Kamala because at the end of the day, the genocide started under her. So
That's fine.
you're not gonna
It's
be.
still going to continue. Oh, speaking of which, I went on a. Did you see any of my Instagram rants? I had like a 2-day Instagram rant. I was cussing everybody out.
because I saw they like I got something for you on my story.
I was cussing out. I cussed out all the Sudanese. I cussed out the Middle Eastern. I cussed out all
Somebody
the women.
told me that when you speak like Arabic in Sudani, you have an accent.
Sudanese Arabic also has an accent.
I know, but they said like you have an accent on the top of that.
Okay, well,
And I was just like, I can't tell.
and
'Cause-
so what? I have an accent. What about it?
No, because everybody was like, "Come get your boy," and I was like, "What is it?" And
Come get your boy.
Yeah, and I saw that you
Wait,
ranted
come
about
get your boy
Kamala.
for what?
Because you ran about Kamala losses, and I was like, "Oh, well, he voted for her. He voted blue.
Yeah,
He has the right." I wasn't
And?
against it.
and
That's what I'm saying. But it was just funny because I kind of figured you're gonna go on a rant as you should.
come get your boy for what? Then go stop Okay, whoever's watching, stop messaging Assam. Man up and message me directly. Man, shut the fuck up. Like, what was he? What? Honestly,
was this
Assam is right
close.
here. What was he going to do?
I'll send
He
you.
was gonna be like, oh, these people are upset. I'm just like, and fuck them, and still fuck you.
as you
Whoever
should,
said
you
come
should be
get your
upset.
boy, go fuck yourself.
Because I'd be upset if I was running against Trump and I lost.
This is 100%. This is 100%. It probably does.
D-O-N.
Bring. Shut the fuck up. Though this is what's crazy about me. Well, not about me, but about like all the Trump
Everything.
fans and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said this also. Y'all are so cowardly. Like y'all kept that shit to yourself because you knew you fucked up. You knew you voted against. Like the Kamala people was vocal, whether she won or lost, and y'all out here, y'all know you fucked up, so you sitting here quiet, minding your
No.
own business.
I'll tell you what I didn't like what I saw. Okay, so let's go
Yeah.
back a couple of years ago when they lost, and then they started this whole like voting conspiracy and all this stuff, and then they rioted.
I don't see any
okay?
voting conspiracies. They
No,
wasn't
but
complaining.
listen, I'm talking about years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody like on the blue side made fun of them, made all these memes. Cool,
Mm-hmm.
they got clowned on. Now I'm seeing nothing but people who voted blue crying and doing little videos, and obviously the Redditors making fun of them, and they'll be like, "Look, see how rude they are." I'm like, no, you're being a hypocrite. Because you
But
guys made fun of them as well. They should be able to make fun of you guys back.
so I actually had this conversation with somebody, but you see the difference in the complaints. The difference in the complaints is that, last time when Trump lost, they were
Yeah.
just crying about like, oh my God, this whole was a scam, it was
Yeah.
stolen, whatever. This time when the Blues lost, what did they say? It's all, you know what, we're gonna lose our rights. This is a damn shame. This is like nobody was. They took the L. They took the L.
Not
Right,
all of
and
them. Well,
for the I have not seen anybody talk about this was stolen.
Bro,
Nobody was out here talking about voter
nobody's talking about
fraud
stolen, but
or any of that
the
shit.
fact a lot of them are blaming the minority voters, and then they're like, "We're gonna
It's
go back.
true.
We're gonna
You
go
should.
Back. We're gonna go back to our eating McDonald's or drinking Starbucks, bro. Even if she won
You
all
still
the
eat
minority
McDonald's.
voters, she'd still be down bad.
No.
Yes, do the math.
It was
Do the math on that. She would literally still
was
lose. So I don't know why they're blaming the minority voters.
First of all, it's not even about losing like popular vote. It was crazy that she lost the popular vote, and because I remember Hillary at least won the popular vote
her
when she
campaign
lost.
was trash.
But at least Hillary won the fucking popular vote. We can say most Americans wanted her, and the electoral system was trash. This time,
she lost both.
She lost both,
Telling
which
you.
was
It was supposed
crazy.
It was supposed to be an easy W for
I'm
her.
not surprised she lost to white women, right? Well, I was looking at demographics. It says white women, white men, black women, Latinos, and other minorities and third party. So that's how that was the breakdown that I saw.
Yeah.
Like she clearly lost the white women vote, right? She actually sweeped the black women vote. Like she sweeped. They gave her that, right? She lost the Latino vote. I think she won Latino women and lost Latino men. I can't remember which one. I can't remember which of the breakdown, but I'm pretty sure like overall she still lost the Latino vote overall, right? And it was like 45%. Like 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking about America, like 5% is a fucking lot, right? White men lost, black men lost, but both are retarded, so it's whatever. By the way, I don't come to me about being PC today. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna drop hella R words, and I don't care. Somebody or anything like that. Keep that to yourself. But it was just crazy. Like what actually was? I'll get there. And
Okay,
it was actually also like crazy. It's like people really went over. They chased the dollar amount, knowing that y'all are never gonna see that dollar amount reflect in your checkbooks over the next 4 years. You're gonna be just as broke. It's nothing gonna change. Like, oh my God, I'm making the equivalent of $1 an hour. It's like when your boss gives you like, hey, here's the dollar an hour promotion. Congratulations. You're like, yay, I got a raise. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still short on rent. That's all you lower middle. These benefits are for people who are making like, in the mid six figures up. Like you guys are never going to see, you regular schmoes are never going to see this. And it's fine. I'll let y'all learn on your own hard way. But you guys dead ass gave up like rights for money that you never going to see. Right? Let us go backwards. He gonna fuck up international relations. It's cool. You're retarded kids and they're still dumb as fuck. American kids are already dumb as fucking rocks. No more Department of Education.
You think he's gonna take off the Department of Education?
Oh, he said multiple times. I'm just gonna go over what he said he's going to do, right?
Yeah.
Now what he actually does, that's but just based on what you said you were going to do, this is how we vote. If he changes his mind halfway down the road, what are we gonna do?
Which they all do.
That's nobody's fault. I'm never gonna fault somebody for voting for someone one way and then they change the person they vote changes their mind. I'm not gonna. That's none of us can do anything about that.
That's why we have to hope for the best.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. But whatever.
No, but we have to because
hoping for the best. Yeah, Islam is one thing. Yeah, but I'm like, you made a decision. These were the facts in front of you when you made the decision.
But I regret my decision when I voted for Joe.
That's fine, and you're allowed to.
Yeah, I'm saying
you're allowed to. Like, if down the line it doesn't work out the way you want, you are 100% allowed to. Like, even if you voted Trump and it doesn't work out the way you want, I'm be like, hey,
But we can't sit there and be like, it can't get any worse than what Joe did.
It can't get. I don't think it went. I don't think it was that bad.
It was, bro. It was everything went up. Inflation went up.
Inflation actually went down.
It went up.
It went down.
Dog, it went up. Have you shopped recently at Costco?
It doesn't matter. Shop that.
The groceries and all that stuff that he's complaining
about. This is where the difference. Prices went up, having nothing to do with inflation. So when I went and looked at the inflation numbers, inflation actually went down.
All right.
Right. Companies took the prices up for their own shit, but inflation actually went down.
So they just got greedy.
Yeah, niggas is greedy.
Okay.
But when you look at actually inflation actually went down. Inflation went down, I think, to the lowest point since 2021.
Mm-hmm. What about interest rates?
Interest rates went down. 2021 interest rates, because I remember they were like 7 or something, and they're like back down again. When I bought my house at like 4.1.
Yeah.
And then like the next month, they started climbing, and 2 months later they were like 7 point something.
Yeah,
And I
you
had
got
friends who couldn't get, and now they're like noticeably back down again.
okay.
Now it's like now you can start buying again.
So what about the foreign wars that they're funding?
Foreign wars. You think he's gonna stop that?
100%.
No.
I think so. I think so. I think so.
The foreign wars been around, but way before.
No, because this whole thing was like there was no
None of
wars.
that is gonna. That don't mean shit to me.
One,
Like that don't mean
I
shit to
doubt that
me.
he will. Obviously, they're always going to support Israel regardless. But the Ukraine one, yeah, that definitely is going to get stopped.
Do you remember when you? I think it was like maybe 2 episodes ago when you sat down and you were talking to me about how the U.S. benefits of like selling
Yeah,
arms, and then they come how the money just comes. It's just
Comes
an
back,
endless
yeah.
loop, right? You telling me somebody money greedy like Trump is gonna see that and be like, "Nah, we're gonna sell more, and I'm gonna use that money to bring down like the deficit or whatever," and then he's gonna brag about it later. He's like, "See, but at the end of the day, you sold. He's been selling national secrets abroad. Like we've known that since his
Yeah,
last
but
presidency.
I'm
He
not. I'm
is
not
a
talking about.
security threat. He
I'm,
is a security
I'm
threat.
talking about with the Ukraine. The Ukraine one, he will stop.
He will not stop.
Yes, 100. He hates that.
He will stop. He might stop because he doesn't give a shit about it, but you don't understand the political ramifications. Like nobody cared about Ukraine because of the country. It was a strategic point
That's all it is.
because we get a lot of our resources from there. So you can't. That place has to be stable.
Well, yeah,
You get what I mean?
yeah.
And when he gives that up back to Russia, it's gonna fuck us up. You get what I mean? It's a strategic thing. Say we make. It's like say we cut off all of our relations like with China, right? You know, we make a lot of products there. China,
Yeah.
Taiwan, same thing. TSMC,
Yeah.
because
But
that's where we get all of our computer chips and shit. Your iPhone gonna cost $2,000, bro.
'cause
When
the
you gotta make
tariffs-
when you gotta make it somewhere
the
else.
tariffs.
Yeah, when you gotta make those semiconductors and the parts somewhere else. When your iPhone costs $2,000, bro, you're gonna
You
be
know
like,
what's
what
funny
the
about
fuck?
the tariffs thing?
Love you guys gonna be using
I found
iPhones.
out when he was running it, he actually did put over 100 tariffs, and nothing changed. So it's not like something that's doing it brand new. He already did it when he was a president.
No, but he's gonna do it like way more aggressively.
Well, if he did over 100 and it worked out, yes, you're gonna get aggressive.
It's not gonna work, bro. This whole thing is again. For me, it wasn't even the economy. Like I didn't give a fuck about all the economy stuff.
You
It
came
was
about
literally
more about the
just.
rights
It was
and-
it was the people's rights. It was
Yeah.
the
As you should.
it was the people's rights, which not just abortion. Like I said this on my Instagram. I said you bitches gonna die because
Oh my
you guys
God,
think
yo.
you guys think abortion is just like people popping pills, fucking and popping pills and not having
No,
them.
it's
Like
people that can get sick or they unfortunately
If
had
you're-
an incident like of
you come from a culture where having kids is the goal in life.
yeah.
They say it's like what sunnah, like you have to, reproducing and having a family. You have a wife who has kids. You're on like your second kid or something.
And it's a health issue now.
Yeah, it's a health issue. She's 35. She's on her second kid, and now she's like, "Oh, this baby not gonna make it." And because the baby's not gonna make it, we need to get this baby out. But what
Yeah.
happens is now she can't get basic medical care that she gonna get,
No, I don't.
and
think that, I don't
she's
think that.
going to. Bro, like I think the number was like anywhere between like 3,000 women plus like have died just of needing medical abortions that have not been given to them, and that's just like in Texas. It's like
Yeah.
2,000 to 3,000 just in Texas,
Yeah.
like one of the strictest states. And you're telling me like, oh, if you value the family, like you don't want your wife around, like oh now because she can't have that access, now her uterus is fucked up, now she can't have kids in the future
Yeah.
because of shit like this. Like, and again, if you don't believe in that and that's your personal belief, you can always just say, I'm just not going to do
But
it.
the thing is
Y'all
that-
niggas do what you want. I'm just not going to do it. And then okay, so now women out the way. Now the Latino and migrant voters. He don't want nobody to come work here. He don't want nobody to, like you guys
think
are not
that's
gonna
what-
get you guys are not gonna get your work visas no more. You guys are not gonna get the people getting their shit their paperwork right now. That shit, all that shit is getting rejected. Like Sudanese people pissed me the fuck off the absolute most because like you guys brought over like you guys had people come over here, work so hard to make it over here, actually hardworking people, escaping terrible situations, and then you vote for somebody who's literally gonna say fuck off. Like make it make sense to me. That doesn't make absolute any sense. And then I was gonna get to this. You shameful, shameful gays who voted for him. You guys are the absolute worst to me. I hope all of y'all
Why
die
is that an
the
issue?
most.
Why is that an issue?
You know damn well why that's an issue for me.
no,
Like
no,
that
no.
is
Please,
just
please, no, I'm not
absolutely.
trying to troll. But why is it issue for them to be voting for Trump?
it doesn't make it, again, somebody who literally said like, oh, all y'all. So let's say the gays who want to get married and all that shit. Getting
Okay.
married is like a tax benefit, right?
Yeah.
First
Okay.
and foremost. So you guys voted for the economy, and then voted for somebody who's going to take away the economic benefit of you guys being married. You guys married your Canadian husbands, your foreign husbands, all that shit. Your little Filipino husbands that you bought in the middle of fucking
Hey, yo,
nowhere
chill.
because y'all are,
Hey, yo.
because y'all look like your 90-day fiance husbands that y'all went and bought because you look like dogs. All right, you 100-year-old
But
geezers
they
who
have
look
the right
like
to pick him,
dogs.
though.
Yeah, you have the right to pick them. I'm just saying it makes no sense. We have the right to do whatever we want. It's the logic in it that makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people who literally said like, "Oh, I'm taking dead ass rights away." He literally said like he didn't even say something. He said, "I'm taking rights away from them." He said, "I'm going against all of this. I'm taking rights away from them."
Yeah, but
100%. And I'm like, "You
how many
shameful
times he
fucking queens."
said things to win people over and then not do it?
Again, that doesn't matter. If somebody lies to you, you don't make the decision off the lie. You don't know the lie. You make the decision off what they're telling you face
I
value.
see what you're saying.
You know, I can't, like I said at the beginning of the show, Assam, I can't fault you for voting for someone who promised you something and changed his mind.
Yeah.
That logically doesn't make sense. Like none of us are future. None of us can see in the future.
No, 100%.
You know, like shit. If he goes around and if
So
he goes around and he flips everything he says and he's like, I'm doing everything Kamala said she was doing, and then Trump supporters are mad, I'm like, yo, y'all got the right to be mad. Like your boy
Yeah.
lied to you. You know what I mean? Like just a hypothetical.
So JD Vance was right when he said that Trump is gonna get the regular gay votes. Have you heard that?
I can't remember when he said that.
He said that at Joe Rogan. He's like, I wouldn't be surprised if we win a majority of just the regular gay guys who just wants to be gay.
I don't know if it's regular gay guys. I think it's just wealthy gay guys, but you know they're all fucking.
So if you were wealthy right now, like
I would still not vote for him. If I was wealthy, six figures, like that
That's
extra money doesn't make me a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm already living comfortable. Like we talked about this like in one of the early episodes. Like when remember when the lottery was like at $1 billion or something,
and
we had
change. Yeah,
and I was like, if I make 500 million a year or whatever, like if my net worth, I have 500 million in the bank, and somebody like offers me an extra 100 million, like my life doesn't change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm buying the same houses. I'm going on the same vacations. I'm buying the same yachts. Like my life doesn't change. Like if you're worth 500 million, the lottery, we were talking about like the tax on it. Do you take the full amount or whatever? I said, does it matter? Like the lottery's $1 billion. I take the full amount. I only get like 700,000. Does it matter? What does that extra 300 million do for my life? Not a damn thing. It's the same thing. If I'm worth 600,000 and somebody tells me like, oh, you're gonna save, 100,000 over that tax break. I don't give a shit. I make 600,000. Like, what's the extra 100,000 gonna do for me? Not a damn thing.
Do you think for somebody who voted for blue, who do you blame? Like genuinely, like if you have to pick, who do you majority blame for? Who?
For the people who what?
Like for Kamala lost. Like who do you, for people that didn't vote? Obviously, the people didn't vote.
I vote. Firstly, I vote the people who didn't vote. Firstly, the blues, not just the people who didn't vote, the blues who didn't vote.
Okay.
Right, the blues who went on that silent protest.
Okay.
Right, and it was mainly that silent protest. Like we had a friend of ours that I saw as well. He was like, no vote. She had a picture of Trump and Israel president and Kamala and Israel president. She said, no votes for me. Y'all not getting my votes. And the people who just like, we're not going to vote, I blame y'all first, right? Because, and I said this on one of my rants, and I know you saw this, yeah, Assam. He's going to light up your little Palestinian villages. He's going to light them up. He's been a big supporter of Israel for time. He's going to light up.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but he's going to light them up even more.
Like you gotta understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like he gonna light them the fuck up.
I'll tell you this, and I want
he didn't say he was gonna stop that shit.
No, I want you to hear that from me. He did actually, but that's what we're gonna believe it, which I don't believe it at all. And as a Palestinian, because you gotta understand, we have two candidates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Kamala, you have Trump. They both funded by AIPAC. And obviously, if anybody wants to search what AIPAC is, you're going to realize how fucking crazy they are.
Yeah,
all right? So regardless of whatever blue or red you are, they're always going to support Israel. We already know that. But here's the thing, and I'm telling you this as a man. I respect somebody that looks at my face and tells me, fuck you, Assam, rather than sit next to me and pretend to be my friend and then actually stabbing me in the back.
Okay, I respect your honesty, but I'm still not going to vote for you.
I know, but that's just how it is. So a lot of people were like, and you got to understand, a lot of like people from Michigan, like Dearborn, a lot of went for Trump.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He flipped them in 1 week. And you know why? They all said the same thing. Why she's not coming and talking to us? Why she not have us on the stage and talking? But Trump,
4 months to fucking campaign.
You know what I'm saying? But then you had Trump pull out imams and all these Arab leaders from the Dearborn, and he's like, yeah, you guys can speak at my rally.
Fuck all of them.
But you got to understand that, right?
Yeah.
And that's the person that had the Muslim ban.
Well, to be fair, Middle Easterners...
That's the person, first year in office, put a Muslim ban. And he flipped all the Middle Eastern.
And he had their vote when he had the Muslim ban.
You know what I'm
When
saying?
he had the Muslim ban, he still had their vote.
Like, no, Michigan was blue.
But Arabs, I'm talking about just Arabs.
No, not that much. Not that many Arabs.
Bro.
I promise, not that many Arabs. A lot of it.
The Christians.
A lot of the majority of Arabs. We all voted for Joe and everything, and it turned out to be one of our biggest fucking regret because usually, like, it should not be a year of genocide, bro. And then he's looking at us like we're all like some dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and then also people like, oh, when Kamala was in office, bitch, she's already in office.
And I feel bad for Kamala because she had to deal with fucking Sleepy Joe. She had to deal with Joe's bullshit.
How many?
That's
people?
why I said. If y'all wanted a female president, it should not have been Kamala.
No,
y'all should have still had a Democrat white man, right? And I heard somebody on one of my favorite podcasts made this point, and I was like, you know what, they should have done it. It was on the Read, and she said, and Crystal said they should have had a young blue white boy with a nice little family and all that shit, and America would have rallied behind him and voted for him in masses. But I already believe this. I already believe women don't give a fuck about other women. I already believe y'all bitches hate each other, and I don't know why. Right, so I was like, "Oh, women are not gonna vote for her. Black women, yes, but like white women was not gonna vote for her." But they should have had, like, I agree with Crystal. The Democrats should have put up a, decently young, late 30s, early 40s, like early 40s ish white boy, young with a family, all that shit. Like that would have been. But ain't no way y'all gonna vote for black woman president. And they should have had one. It shouldn't have been what's her name? It shouldn't have been Kamala, just simply because she now has to deal with cleaning up Joe's bullshit. Because she has the shitty reputation. Even if she has her own ideas that she wants to do, she's not gonna be able to implement them because she's lost that trust just having her name tied to Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but it wasn't
like that already. That already fucks it up. So they should have had. If they wanted the whole diversity thing, this was not the year to try to break barriers. This is your year to make sure he don't get elected. That's it. This was not a break. Honestly, bring Michelle back. Michelle should have run. You know what, Michelle? Fuck you. This should have been you.
I literally said this. This
should have been you.
I said this to one of my homies. I said, "There's only two people that I see to being the female president of the United States, and I obviously will vote for any of them. If Michelle runs, 100%, she will clean house."
I don't know if the clean house.
Yes,
I think she
clean
would win.
house.
I think she would win.
I
don't know.
It will literally be blue waves all around. Two, and I'm telling you this right now, and that's going to be a higher chance because I don't think Michelle's going to go back to the office. AOC, put that Puerto Rican woman in there. I promise you.
Yo, Puerto Rican Americans great. The Latino vote. He literally called your state.
He didn't call
your
it.
state
It was a comedian. Let's be fair. Let's not.
Okay, this comedian, you endorsed, had at the rally, was all with you, bro.
How does he endorse a comedian? A comedian endorses the president.
Bro, if I bring you on the stage, I find your ass funny.
Me.
You have to also, in these situations, you also have to they vet what you're going to say. They're like, "What's your set about, bro? What's your jokes about?" They do all this shit.
Okay, first of all,
because it's a prepresidential campain, it's not the night at Madison Square Garden.
A couple of things I ask you, and be for real. Because we're not gonna just be on one side. We have to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Do you think Trump handpicked him to go speak? Let's be fair.
Yes.
No.
You know why? Because I think Trump and his people sat down and he was like, "We're gonna bring all these motherfuckers," because Trump is the type of person who is a control freak. He loves to do so. I truly believe Trump sat there and be like, "Oh, bring him. I like him."
If you believe that, that's fine. I don't believe that. I believe that his team just made a mistake. Now, do you ever watch Tony Kill? The person that was the comedian.
No.
Okay. His whole jokes is dark comedy, and he talks about every race. So it's not like he just picked them out. Now, third thing, if anybody knows Tony Kill, he always goes off script. So I guarantee you with everything that I love that he doesn't have that on the palm top, and he just went off script. Like he always does.
Bro. It's
all
just
right?
bro.
Now, with all that I mean, as much as we don't like Trump and everything, Trump did not come out of his word that Puerto Rican is garbage. Let's just say that.
Bro. He literally said, I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna take you niggas back home."
Okay, you can say that because he said that, but you cannot say that Trump went on front of the camera and goes, "Puerto Ricans are garbage." He did not say that. So that's why these Puerto Ricans didn't give a fuck, because it was the comedian, it wasn't him.
Again, the Puerto Rican vote. The Puerto Rican vote alone was not gonna win it for him, but whatever.
But they're blaming the Puerto Ricans. They're blaming Boricuas.
We bring all Latinos. I'm not bringing Puerto Ricans. There's
the Latinos. You should give me mad at the ones in Florida.
Do you remember? Do you
Those are my
remember
favorite
last
ones.
year? Do you remember last year when Florida had that immigration law where it's like it was mandatory that everybody's immigration status had to be like questioned, whatever, and
Yeah.
all the Latinos were like, "Deuces, see you."
Yeah.
And there was that TikTok trend of just like watching white people struggle to do basic shit.
Yeah.
Basic shit like them white workers couldn't do construction and shit. All the
Or
prices in
anything.
Florida went up because they were like, "Yo, these
Well,
guys, we have to pay them like the legal wage, not the
this
not the
country,
illegal wage."
this country is built by minorities, majority Latinos.
And Americans don't want to they don't want to acknowledge and respect that.
If you learn about history, it's literally minorities.
Bro, we know this. What do you mean learn about history?
No, I'm talking about to you. I'm talking about for people.
Oh yeah, to them, yeah. Them
I'm not
niggas.
educating you. You're educated.
I was like, what? Them niggas,
Like
yeah.
if you look at San Francisco, the train, fucking, it's all built by majorities from people that migrate from China. Talking about New York Italians. Name a race that built New York. Like,
I've said this a lot. Like Italian Americans, especially back then, were the niggas of white folk. Yeah, they were them and the Irish, Italian Americans and Irish American, y'all were the niggas of white people, because even white folk didn't respect y'all.
yeah.
Like that's how shit.
No,
it is.
but for me, honestly, because my first time ever voting was for Obama. Like I always voted blue. You see what I'm saying? This year, obviously, was the first year ever that I did not
voted
vote
third
blue.
party.
And I'm registered as independent now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and what's crazy is that my history teacher, my senior history teacher, when we were going through, when she started teaching us about politics and how everything works, she literally told us, like, you might pick a party now, but you will end up switching as you get older.
100%.
And
people grow and
I
evolve.
literally said no, and she was 100% right. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna stay like this for the rest of my life as independent, because looking at both sides, you actually you learn more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was blue, I'm very biased. I was like, man, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. But then I realized, oh shit, you know what? That's a good policy. I even heard people, and they told me as well, where they voted blue, but they voted to ban abortions for the state law.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like you get people that's mixed up. But one thing about that, when it comes back to abortion, your question is, it's not where they're trying to do a national ban. He's leaving it to the states.
Yeah, he's leaving it to the states, right?
So why is everybody frustrated about it?
Because you have states that are absolutely like batshit crazy about it. Again, we talked about the Florida, like red states.
So Kamala's thing was like to make it national.
Yeah, it's to like try to reinstate Roe v. Wade and be like, hey, or at least or to my understanding, at least make it like more reasonable. So like if some states want it, first of all, some states want it like so low, like some of the states who will like agree that, you know what, you can't have an abortion, but it's like so low in time that women don't even realize they're pregnant by the time the clock expires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then other states, it boggles my mind. Like at least it should be like, the bare minimum should be like medical necessity.
100%.
The bare minimum should be medical necessity. If you truly don't believe that, you know what, you shouldn't be able to just have an abortion because you want to, the doctor has to say it's medically necessary. Like Texas is a state, like the heartbeat has to go. By then it's too late, bro. By then it's too late. She's
already in pain.
She's in pain, sepsis, her body going into shock, all that shit. Like it's too late if you wait for the heartbeat to die.
It's not even the pain of having the baby. It's also like mentally, like you just
mentally, like you're literally waiting for this thing inside you that doesn't even have a fucking face to die, or else you die.
That's
and like the doc's like, you need this right now, but legally I'm not allowed to do this. And then my ass getting locked up? Hell no. And people are like, oh, the doctor should just do it. Like this isn't House. This isn't fucking Grey's Anatomy. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Real life doesn't work like that.
There's one lady that I listened to her story, Trump supporter. She said that she had abortion because the doctor told her that the baby is on its way, obviously dying, the heartbeat and everything.
Yeah.
And then she had the surgery, it messed her up and all this stuff, and
now she can't have kids probably.
And she said that she found out from another doctor as well that actually the baby was good. So the first one lied to her. So that's why that
don't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. But those are the stories that you've been hearing from that side. So that's why everybody's like, we gotta ban it. We gotta ban it.
It should be up to you. The doctor should be like, hey, there's like, even if the doctor's like, you know what, there's like a 20% chance you make it. It should be your choice. Be like, do I want to risk this or not? You know, somebody should. The doctor's like, hey, there's an 80% chance this baby not gonna make it, but there's a 20% chance, and it should be her choice to be like, you know what, I want to gamble my life. Don't have somebody else make decisions for you. Know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Don't gamble my life for me, bitch. If I want to die, let me die. I'll gamble my own fucking life. It shouldn't be your choice to roll the dice with my shit. You get what I mean?
Yeah. So for the
Like that's like
for the people that voted that, like they'd be like, oh, I'm talking to the fellas. All right, when it's your wife,
yeah, when it's your wife
and
and
there's
all that.
another
Well, first of all,
guy
niggas,
making his choice,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's when it will affect you.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
how
when
life
it'll
works.
affect you. And it's
That's
like
how life works.
it's like women in feminism, right? When there's some like hardcore feminists that say like, nah, bitch, you have to get your ass up and work. You can't be a housewife. No, fuck you. If I want to be, the whole point is if I want to be a housewife, that's my choice. And if you want to work, it's your choice. And neither of us should be shamed for it.
100%.
You get what I mean? Like it's the whole choice. If you want to gamble your life and for this clump of cells or whatever, like that's your choice. You should be the one making that decision, not somebody else making it for you.
I know right now in my things looks like it's calmed down, but I think this shit is gonna get fucking popping off in another 2 months.
And a bunch of bitches gotta die to get that point across.
But I'll tell you this, as somebody who voted blue all my life, except this year, obviously I went third party and all that stuff. I'm very disappointed of everybody who are blaming the Arabs and the Palestinian people, especially when they're drinking their Starbucks again and they're talking about going back to McDonald's or making these fucking videos of Gaza turning into a parking lot. Look, we understand, and just shows it that you were not even there for the cause in the first place. You're just doing it because it was trending at the moment.
Didn't he make a choice?
I was so disgusted by people's, bro, like their videos that they're posting, their tweets talking about like, you know what, fuck y'all, we're not gonna be there. Y'all don't understand like people in Gaza protested for BLM. Y'all don't understand like how they're always been oppressed and they always supported the people who are oppressed around the world. For you to make this type of fucking jokes, I'm very disgusted, and I will never in my life register either blue or red. I'm always going to be independent because I'm realizing both ends don't give a fuck about us.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter who you're registered as. It's just whoever you fill in at the end of the day.
But the thing is,
you could be registered red and vote blue, and it just doesn't. That's just for statistics. You know what I mean? Because you could fill in whatever color.
But that shit
I don't even
pissed me
think
off.
it
I'm not
fucking
gonna lie to you,
matters.
that shit pissed me off. And I was like, you know what, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Because I did not expect that from people that said that, oh, we're on your side. That's what I'm saying. I respect somebody that tells me fuck you to my face, that pretends to be my friend and is actually stabbing me in the back. And that's just the realest thing. So
and it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But whatever. America's always been bullshit, so it's it's all that. Again, I'm from a country where my parents have never voted. Like in Sudan, my parents have never voted. Who gives a fuck?
If we come from a country, if we had this conversation right now, we would have got assassinated in an hour.
Actually, did they vote? Did they vote in the late 70s?
Bro, they don't fucking.
They might have. No, I don't. Again, I don't even know if my parents have ever voted their entire. I know my mom's voted in like the French elections.
Bro, you know how we get a new president?
Have they ever has my dad ever voted? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, coming from Sudan, I don't fucking know if he's ever fucking voted.
You know how we get a new president? When they fucking poison him. And they be like, oh, we got another one in the line for you.
It don't make no fucking. He's never gonna die. Hateful niggas never die. It's always that. It's always the assholes. But no, that's crazy. Niggas telling you like, come get your boy. Nigga, what the fuck?
Nah.
Who do y'all think Islam is? This nigga don't have a chain around my neck. I'll do what the fuck I want.
Hey, yo. Dog.
He does what the fuck he wants.
Hey, yo. Chain? We're going that route?
Yeah,
God
slavery,
damn.
Bro.
I mean, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm your big brother.
Nigga, you're younger than me. Shut the fuck up.
I try to come up with something.
Again, it doesn't make sense. This is how I know, like, y'all are cowardly. Y'all don't want to stand up for your own. Y'all don't want to stand up for your own fucking decision and message me and be like, yo, nah, what the fuck? Y'all don't want to come stand up for your own fucking decision. So you go to Islam because you afraid to talk to me, or you just too nervous to talk to me, or you guilty to talk to me. Like, you fucked up. Talking about come get your boy. Nigga, fuck y'all. Y'all gonna see this? I don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you when I looked at your story,
I don't give a shit.
And you going on the rant, I was laughing, but I wasn't listening. You know what I was laughing about?
What? Because my nipples is out again? I knew it. You're not the first person to say something. This is like, bro.
Dude is going
I was just
off.
laying in bed, shirtless, nipple out.
He's going off, and he's like, fuck everybody with the whole fucking titties out. And I'm like, you lost your fucking mind.
I was chill.
I was like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
It was like 2 a.m, yeah. Like I started, first rants was like 2 a.m, then the next day,
I was like, what
just
the fuck
going
are you
about my
doing?
day at work and shit.
You can't have a serious talk with no shirt on. You just can't.
Yeah.
At least put a shirt on or something. Cover yourself, and then people can listen, because ain't no way a grown-ass man is going to listen to this shit and then be like, why is this motherfucker fucking all nipples out and shit?
Nips out.
Yeah. That's why
titties in the wind.
Yeah, but it was funny though.
Titties in the wind and shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Bro, I'm so disappointed. I haven't even our coach, like that first, we had that practice on Thursday because what
Yeah.
it was Tuesday was election and Thursday we had a practice and that was like my first one back after like folding my fucking leg. And first thing he had on the board, he was just like, no talk about politics. He said, I don't want to hear shit about politics. So we here to practice because we had honestly like the gay Republican vote is probably like the most ones I'm disgusted with. I expected it from Sudanese folk. I expected it from a good chunk of the Middle Eastern community. I expected it from random gym niggas. I did not expect it from the gays.
Well, that's the thing. For you hanging out with that community and being there and being very
being
close
part
to
of it. What do you mean hanging out?
Okay, being part of them. I'm saying and all this stuff because that's your community. You didn't see that around you that they're mega,
not vocally,
but you could tell they're mega.
No, I could. They're like
because I saw some that they're mega.
Nobody. I assume there's like a couple people on the team that I might have like assumed like were conservative. I just didn't think they would have like given him the vote. And I said this in one of my rants, like I can respect an educated Republican, just not a Trump fan, because there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody who's literally like so hatefully said, fuck all of you, like it's not the same. If you're just out here like, you know what, nah, conservative values, I want to get God back in the church, back in school and all that shit. You know, like your typical, you know, back in the day Republicans and all that shit. But like now it's just become like blatant, like I'm actually going to fuck you specific group up. That's like the that's the conversation trending rather than like just keeping it broad and vague. And you know what? I can kind of respect like somebody like that, but like bro, Trump is just it's too clowny.
No. Well,
it's too clowny.
I met who are like their MAGA supporters. And dude, I met people who are gay and they're against gay marriages. I swear to God.
Yeah, some people like that.
Like they're literally like, no, we should not be getting married. It's a sin. In my life, they told that shit. And I was just like, hey, I'm confused.
First of all, I'm not even like getting married. Like, it's not even, again, in America at least, it's not even like I'm not out here trying to have like get big tab and all that bullshit. Like, could you imagine two niggas doing that shit? Who's getting the gold? Who's paying for the wedding? I'm just talking about like just legally recognized. I'm talking about being able to just go to courthouse, legally recognized, and have the benefits of just being in like a, you know, a married thing. I'm not talking about going to church, going to a mosque, all of that shit.
Real quick, I swear,
that's up to your religion.
I swear, everything that I love, and I can get super religious, whatever it happens. Everything that I love. If you are getting married and you're a Catholic tab, I will get the best suit. I'll be there. I'll be there the first person because I will have a fucking field day on everybody. I would document it. I will have like 10 cameras to make sure I'm not missing one moment.
Well, that would be crazy. Even for me, that's like fucking crazy. I could never think like there's a difference between like a religious marriage versus just a legal marriage. I'm just talking about legal marriage, religious marriage, whatever fucking religion. Like I don't take none of that shit seriously. Whatever, do you? That's all personally up to you. That's not my problem, not my business. But I'm just talking about like legal fucking marriage. Going to a courthouse, signing that piece of paper. Like I had friends get married at the beginning of the year. One of them is my teammate. Yeah. One of them is like from England. Like he moved. Yeah. They've been seeing each other for like, you know, many years, whatever. And then moved. Yeah, came in. There was no wedding. Nobody was in no white dress. Got dressed in like regular outfits. Went to them courthouse. Signed the paperwork. They married. That was it.
They didn't want to do a wedding.
Well, I don't know what they're doing in the future, but like at that moment, like this was like that's what all they wanted. They just wanted to be recognized so they can live in their house, go about their same tax benefits that you niggas with like 50 fucking kids have, right? All you stretched out pushy hoes have, all that fucking shit. Like that's all people want. Yeah, they just want that legal marriage, so they're like, I'm safe in my house with my partner. That's it.
What else that I saw from the gay community, the people that voted for Trump, the MAGA ones. They didn't support as well women being in men's sports and men being in women's sports. That was another thing that they wanted to be like, we're not supporting that.
I don't think she can make that like I don't think she can make that a federal thing.
No, where like it's allowed, like it shouldn't be.
Well, certain sports, like I'm not gonna lie, like yeah, certain women might be able to hack it, but like we talked about this with on an episode with Coach.
The MMA one.
No, remember the episode with Coach? He was like, bro, there's ain't no way on our team ain't no way we're mixing like men and women on our team.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But okay,
but that's down to like the body.
Not to sound like a fucking, but the ones where you're born.
You mean like
man,
the trans rights? That's what they were talking about. Oh, they didn't support trans rights, so they were like, oh, okay.
When it comes to sports, listen to me. When it comes to sports, when like one who was born a man then becomes a female, then goes to become an MMA fighter or does this like the ones like the swimmer.
So you and I talked about this, and I said I don't think
against it. So how do you feel about that?
well, you and I talked about this on an episode before, and I said that has to be on the governing body of the individual sport because not all sports are equal.
Oh, fair.
You know what I mean? Not all sports
Yeah.
are equal. You can't be like, it's not like F1 has never like prevented women from racing,
Yeah.
except that they're not
But we're
interested.
talking about
They're
the
not
majority-
interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, so I never worried about stuff like that because it's not. First of all, you should have your right to be able to compete, and then the governing body of each sport should make the decision based on each sport. Because I don't know MMA like the people, the MMA fighters, men and women.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what it takes and all that shit. Like shit, maybe in the lightweights, maybe a heavyweight woman could fight with a featherweight man. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't fucking know. But it's that's that sort of shit. Like I never thought it was. You should just be able to. You should just have the right. If the governing body says yes, you should just be able to. That's it.
Yeah.
If one day like Dana says, you know what? Nah, women can compete. Have at it. Okay. Now if women don't want to compete, that's another story. That's up to them. But it's not my fucking choice.
Yeah, but if the government steps in, they'll be like, well, you can't block them. That's what's going to be an issue.
I don't think she's ever going to do that. I
Well,
don't think
that-
I think she just wanted to make sure that trans people aren't discriminated against based
which
on
is fair, yeah.
which is fair, but
The other one as well.
like you telling me you really voted against yourself because you didn't want. This is what transphobia in our own community. Like
yeah, well,
you
that's
really,
what I'm saying. There was
you
there's
really
like
that's again not even is that really that big a fucking deal to
what
you?
I've been seeing, and that's
Yeah, I know that's what you've been seeing,
no,
not
but-
what you're
but
saying.
That's what I'm asking you from the outside. I've been seeing a little civil war between y'all.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
Okay, and then I see as well where they're against of having gender neutral bathrooms where men and women can go to the same bathroom, like the situation.
I don't think. First of all, why is it even? I never saw the need for gender neutral bathrooms. Like as a trans person, like I'm not trans. I know some trans people, but again, I'm not super deep into the community to like really speak on them. But I'm like, from my perspective, I again lightly talked about this with somebody yesterday. Like, once you told me you identify as X, Y, and Z, I just treat you as what you identify as. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even feel like the need to go into like, do you need your own? You need your own bathroom because you're not because discrimination makes it not safe
their own
for you.
bathrooms, not their own bathrooms. I'm talking
Like
about
gender
where,
neutral bathrooms.
for example, if a born man becomes
I know what
transition
you're
to
trying to
women,
say.
can go to women's bathroom without being stopped or without being harassed or without being like, hey,
You have lady parts, or at least I know
no lady parts, still the same parts.
Okay, well, in progress, but I don't feel like that's an issue. That's an issue. You're gonna go to the stall. You're gonna do your business. You're gonna leave. Like it's a bathroom, and people are saying like, oh no,
But
what are they going to do, ladies? What are they going to do? They identify as a woman. They've
But
started
there's women
living.
that are against that.
That's fine. You know what? It's not fine, but it's like I understand. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It's not your fucking issue. What are they doing to hurt you? Go and take a fucking piss. I
don't
know
go to women's
like
bathroom, so I don't
okay,
know.
so by that logic, like, are you gonna ban lesbians from women's bathroom?
That's what they're saying.
Like, you want to ban lesbians from? How do you identify people as like
I don't know, dude.
see
I don't
now we've gone into Handmaid's Tale shit. Now they
Yeah.
hunting you niggas down.
That's
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's why I'm.
If you're like, oh well, we see them as men. Again, I don't, but like the hypothetical scenario, like, oh, we see them as men. Why? Because you think they're attracted to you and they're gonna like fucking rape you in the bathroom? Like, bitch, I need to take a piss, I need to take a shit and leave.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a fucking toilet.
Yeah, I mean, I've like for somebody that's being from the outside,
Like,
and
it doesn't
looking
make
at
any all this fear mongering
That's
doesn't
what
make
I'm
any
saying.
sense.
Like, as
Like, oh, you don't
somebody-
want lesbians
as
in the
somebody
bathroom?
from the outside looking at both ends and then see this little civil war that's happening in that community, I'm just like, yo, I'm confused. In the motherfucker.
Exactly. Like you're gonna start like having thumb scanning for like gay niggas at the door, like at the men's bathroom.
I have no idea, bro.
Yo, straight men have been looking at other straight men's dicks in the toilet for years, bro. Like I remember I went to the fucking Suns game, the Suns Lakers
And it's
game.
right there. It's like
No, it was the Suns Portland, and I went to take a bath, and it's like
you can
there's a
literally
nigga
see
right
it.
here, shoulder to
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know somebody's taking a peek at somebody's dick at some point. Like, does that mean you're gonna ban them? Like, I don't. Ladies are like people. I don't understand what like y'all are afraid of trans people.
Yeah. I don't
Like, this isn't the quiet place. You're not gonna sneeze and they're gonna attack you. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, like I just see you like what you identify as. I might automatically treat you and see you as such.
and
That's it for me.
and for me to
It's
say
not that deep. You're not up in my
it
asshole.
doesn't matter who would have won for the next 4 years is very, very critical. It's gonna be crazy, regardless of whoever won, personally. Because if Kamala won, then we're gonna see, okay, are you gonna stop the wars? Are you gonna everything that you promised? Are you gonna do exactly what Joe didn't do?
Oh, I'm
to
keeping
clean
a
out
list.
the school debt. Remember when this whole thing was like, I will take off the school debt, the student loans. They didn't do jack shit with that shit.
Well, they initiated, went, and it went all the way to the Republican Senate, and they said nah.
And but he said he's gonna make it happen.
He said he's gonna make it happen. Like, how's he going? This is why I told you. You need to, when remember
He'll
when we
make it
talked.
happen.
Remember when you and I talked about, and you were like, I'm not sure about if you wanted to vote.
Yeah.
And remember, I told you what you actually need to vote on
Yeah.
is your House and Senate.
Yeah.
Because when those bills go all the way up, right? If it's a Republican House and like if you have a Republican president, the last thing you want now, he's gonna get a lot of shit done. Why? Because there's a Republican House and a Republican Senate.
The Republicans swept the House up.
No, well, the Republicans had the House last
And
election.
there's more now.
Yeah, they had that control anyway. But like, that's the critical vote.
Yeah.
Like before I went to vote, I printed a letter. Who's up for re-election, blue or red? And I sat there in the thing with my phone. I just like, chick,
I know, because I was kind of mad because my address wasn't verified, so I was only allowed to do federal. So I was like, I was reading all these props for nothing.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Like,
How
shit, cops. I want to say I still voted for you niggas to get paid. Get your $250,000.
God forbid if they
Yeah, God forbid. Don't die, obviously, but you know, shit. If you do, make sure your family is good.
I was very disappointed, and the fact that we're going back, especially in the state of Arizona, that the Prop 314 got passed. You understand how disgusting that is and how much it's going to affect families. You got to think about how there's single moms who are under a program like DACA or anything that they can get stopped. They can be asked for citizenship, and they can get deported on the spot, and their kid would not know what happened.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't think it was that deep.
It's deep.
I definitely voted
because
against
it goes back to Alpayo days. And obviously you didn't live here during Alpayo days. Alpayo days was fucking scary, bro. I have so many friends who were in school with me.
You're first generation American, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like your parents, who got citizenship first? You or your parents? You weren't born here.
I was born in Jersey.
Were you?
Yes.
Were you born in Jersey, went back to Philistine, and then came back here? Oh, okay, cool. You were like me. Born here, went back to Sudan, and came back here. Gotcha. Yeah.
But that 314 is so disgusting. Like, I remember having friends who were scared to even, like, when they see a cop, they just hide.
Which one of your brothers wasn't born here? All three of you?
All three of us.
All three of the boys?
Yeah.
And your sisters?
The oldest and the youngest, born in Palestine.
Born in Philistine. And
So the
the
oldest
middle
of the family-
child, your middle sister is born here.
So the oldest person in my family, born in Palestine, and the youngest is born in Palestine. Everybody in the middle.
I keep forgetting
Jersey.
there's like 6 of you, mashallah. There's
7.
Like seven?
7. Come on now.
Jeez.
Come on now. Dad's putting that work.
Jesus.
Dad putting that work. That's why he's Pim Daddy.
7. I just can't imagine like.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyways, fuck
7?
Arizona and fuck
Yeah,
314.
Fuck Arizona. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we'll make it. We'll live. We'll survive.
You think so?
Yeah, we'll survive. Well, you know why we'll survive? Because I'm going to be all right. Because I'm a male. I'm a born in the U.S. male, which means that I'm going to be all right. I'm not losing as many rights as other people.
3 years from now.
And that's fucked up.
3 years from now, do you think you can be a mega person?
Hell no.
You don't think so? You don't think
Never.
he'll flip you?
Never.
What would he have to do to get your vote? Or like get
I would be like you. I'd vote independent before I vote for red. I'd vote in dead ass. I'm like you. I'd vote. My patience is longer than yours, but like I would vote independent before I vote for red. Like the Democrats can fuck up, but that doesn't mean I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
Somebody would have to completely flip the Republican Party's values for me to switch red. You know what I mean? And it's not Trump.
No.
Somebody would have to be like, you know what? Nah, Republicans, this is what we believe. Like, remember, because back in the day, like back in the day, like Democrats used to be more conservative than Republicans.
Yeah, Republicans is the one that freed slaves.
Yeah, well, not for the slaves. Again, strategic move, you know, whatever. But we'll
No,
take
but
it. We'll
that's-
take.
that's
We'll take.
true.
Abe, we'll take it.
It was the Republican Party that freed the
Yeah,
slaves.
it was a Republican president. But you know what? We'll take it, Abe.
Republican
a win
Party.
is a win. A win is a win. You didn't actually give a fuck about these niggas. It was Civil War time. You didn't actually give a fuck about these niggas. It's fine, but a win is a win, and I will take that. So if it was like a situation like that, like if there's like because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the Democrats was the one who set up that cops I can't remember the numbers of all these fucking props.
I know,
The
there's so
one
much fucking
when they die. I don't even think it was like a Democrat. I think it was a more Republican. But I still voted for it because I was like, yo, this is the right thing to do. If,
I'll tell you one thing.
you know, like people think I'm completely against. Like, nah, I respect what police got to do and shit. But like, I just want when y'all fuck up, like somebody hold y'all niggas accountable. That's it.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing that Trump did good.
I don't want nothing.
I'll tell you one thing, and
Go
you got to
ahead.
be honest. And this started in 2020, and it got more this year. is that he got people interested in politics and to be able to vote regardless of whatever party it is, because they were like, there's no fucking way this guy is winning. We need to learn more about politics and get into it more. Next
He did
elections,
for the wrong reasons, but
yeah, wrong reasons. I'm
the
talking
wrong
about,
reasons,
yeah.
but he did.
But it takes that type of person to get everybody involved in their country. And I guarantee you the next elections, we're going to have way more votes, way more people get into it. Because for a lot of years, it was mostly the elderly people that took voting seriously.
Yeah.
Nobody at 18, 19 went to go vote. Not that many.
Yeah.
I'm seeing so much, dude, at the booth, it was nothing but young people. And I was like, yes, that's
Yeah.
what we need. That's what the country needs. Everybody's voice. Not just the old heads who have this old mentality, the old beliefs and stuff like that. There needs to be some young voices. And that's what I would give it to, because, yes, it was for the wrong reasons, because a lot of people don't like him, but he got people to show up.
You know what's crazy? Like
And you got to give him that.
I had a lady at work
'Cause it wasn't
crying
Kamala.
on the phone.
What
I had
happened?
an old lady at work. She was like in her late 60s or something, just
Yeah.
crying on the phone.
Because he won?
Because he won. I
Mega?
was like, really?
Yeah.
It's like, really, you? I said, damn. I was like, okay, well, I was just calling to make sure that you knew your rent was due. That's all I was calling to see, but I didn't expect to deal with
Oh,
these
there was
tears.
fireworks in Chandler. There was fireworks in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it's whatever, bro. Yeah, Sudanese people, y'all are just a fucking disgrace. Y'all are a fucking disgrace. And I had like hella Sudanese people reach out to me. I was like, I'm so ashamed to be Sudani right now.
Are you going to go to D.C. in January?
DC for what? Oh, fuck, I'm not going to... No. Fuck that. I'm not going for any going to DC for any fucking
president. Would you see
president.
me posted up in DC in January?
I'll be like, I saw him.
Just-
I'll be like, delete. Podcast episodes, delete.
You know what I would do? If I, like, just biggest troll is go there, dressed up in all red, and do the thickest Arabic accent. I'd be like, I told you guys, Arab for Trump. Like, they'd be like, look at this guy. An immigrant.
So look at this fucking shameful bitch, bro. I'm deleting everything on the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
I'm burning the hard drive. I'm doing all that shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene from Mr. and Mrs. Smith when they burnt the hard drive and jumped out the windows and all that shit? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm burning all the hard drives, the laptop, jumping out the fucking window and be like, I'm good.
God, I'm weak, bro.
No. But, okay, maybe let's wrap it up with some positive news.
There's no positive news. My fucking Yankees lost.
Oh, your Yankees lost. Did you see they made a statue? I saw that yesterday. They made a statue hanging over the wall of the guy who like tried to help them and steal the ball.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that?
Bro, that's trolling at
They
peak.
low-key didn't want to kick him out, but they had to because of the MLB. But he had tickets for the next game. They just gave him a refund. And they didn't ban him from the stadium.
Yeah.
So he'll be back next year, and I guarantee
He will
you
be back.
they're going to put him on the fucking jumpatron.
Bro, they gave him a statue.
Yes.
They gave him a statue
That's
hanging
New York
over
for
the
you.
wall of him just like
That's New York
leaning
for you. But it was really a sad thing to see because that team deserved to win the World Series. We're probably going to lose our best player now because he's probably going to go get a bigger contract, etc. But I was very sad. I think my neighbors did complain because I was cussing like loud.
I know I'm not a baseball person.
I lost a
Shout
lot
out
of
to the
money.
Dodgers.
I lost a lot of fucking money. A lot of fucking money. It's up there, a couple of zeros.
Damn.
Not gonna lie to you.
Dumbass.
I had to eat the ramen noodles for a couple of days
That's fucked up.
because I thought my boys got me.
I'm not a baseball person. Never really saw the appeal,
Yeah.
but like it's still LA, so shout out to the Dodgers.
Fuck
But
LA.
it's whatever.
Let that city
The Lakers are up
burn.
and down. I think the Lakers are a good team this year, but JJ needs to chill.
By how?
JJ's doing too much.
No.
Do you remember? Wait. He's doing too much with the rotations and the changes. Do you remember that? Do you remember the game where he had LeBron try? He's like, I want you to throw this off the fucking wall.
Yeah.
And I said, JJ, calm the fuck down.
No.
Just tie the game.
No, because this is
JJ,
the
tie
thing.
the fucking
No,
game. I
because
need you to chill.
No, is it still beginning of the season?
Yeah, it's like
This
six
is when
games.
you do testing. This is when you test.
Yeah,
everything
we're like
out.
9 games in. We're 5-4 now. It's
Exactly.
whatever. But I'm like, we
You're
won the first
testing
3
things
games.
out.
I get it, testing.
Yes.
But he doing too much. He needs to take a chill.
There's
JJ,
nothing
take a
needs to
chill.
do.
Like pulling D'Lo and then bringing him back in and all that
Yes.
shit. He pulled D'Lo only for D'Lo to come off the bench and score more than Cam Reddish. I'm like, why would you pull D'Lo?
Because that.
It
How
don't
would you
make
know?
no sense.
How would you know? Because
Bro,
when,
come on. We all know D'Lo is not a traditional one guard.
when you get
D'Lo's always been he may be like the size of a one, but he's always played like a
no,
2.
because when you get deep in the season, then you know exactly what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah.
I think JJ Redick is gonna be a great coach.
No, I definitely think he's gonna be a great coach, but I need you
Yeah.
to chill. I need him to chill.
I think the only
right
thing that
now.
Lakers did fucking stupid was pick up Junior, Bronny Jr.
There's nobody else in that draft, especially not a 55th.
Bronny should have went to the Warriors, and they could have been developed by Steph and not by his dad. Now he's in the G League. He could have still be on the
Well,
roster.
he's in G League because he doesn't have enough playing time.
Exactly.
Well, this
because
is
he
the
wasn't
problem.
going to get a play time anyways.
This is the
but in the
problem.
Warriors, at least he gets to develop. He gets to travel with the team, not be in the G League.
This is the problem with like young teams.
But no,
young
you just
teams,
fucked his career.
You have to lose at the beginning. As a young player, you have to get on a shit team so you can get as much playing time as possible. You develop. So when the team improves, you're seasoned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you had your daddy there. That's
But you know what?
You gotta separate yourself.
I get it from a player perspective, but like, if my dad was one of the best players of all fucking time, and I was one of the best players of all time, I definitely want to play with my son.
Okay.
I'm not arguing that. Like, yeah, for his career, probably not the best move, 100%. But in terms of like, come on, you're telling me your son is like pro, like a star. You're a star boxer, Assam, all that shit, and you get a chance at like one of your final fights to end your career.
I'll end
box your fucking son.
I'll end him.
You wouldn't box your son?
I would box the shit out of him.
Exactly. Then what's the problem? You see, somebody's career is taking a hit.
Yeah.
You're on your way out. He's on his way in. Like, I want to step in a professional ring in Vegas with my fucking son.
I'll put him to sleep.
I know you want to do that shit.
I'll put him to sleep.
If you're 45, you're not trying to fight Charlie? Charlie's 22. Now he's out here. Charlie's 22. He's swole. He's like, yo, let's go.
I love my child, man. That boy.
Yeah, so I get it. I get it from a father-son perspective, and I also get it from a career perspective.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Either way, there's no losses. It's whatever. If Bronny was on a shit team and he was getting all this playing time and all that crap, fine. But also, if he's Bronny playing with his dad and he's not getting much playing time, also fine.
Yeah.
He's in the league. He's making his money. He's good.
What else happened?
Clay's
balling.
I'm
so happy for him.
Clay is balling.
I've never been such a happy fucking person for him. Suns are fucking doing great.
Yeah,
they're balling.
Memphis is balling.
And guess
OKC
who's balling?
is balling.
And guess who's balling? That me and you should be happy, and we're so happy for him because when people shitted on him, we actually did not shit on him. We actually praised him. Westbrook.
Yes. Well, the team started. Westbrook on his own is balling, but the team started a little rocky. But it seemed they've clicked and they're starting to win now.
They're clicking. Yep.
It seems like they're clicked and they started to win now. I don't know about needed Westbrook, but it works nice. It takes like pressure off Jamal.
Yes.
Like Jamal can because Jamal getting up in age. We forget he had an ACL injury. Like he needs to chill.
And you also got to understand where he's living at Westbrook. He's away from trouble. He's away from everything.
Westbrook was always a clean slate. He never had.
No, but when he was in LA, dude, it was a mess because all his family's there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like as a person, like you never had to worry about Westbrook. Like Westbrook was not gonna fight.
I think when he was
outside of the court, yeah, he was always fiery on the court. But outside of that, you never had to worry. Like Westbrook was a clean.
Because he probably had to do something. I guarantee you, LA was such a bad position for him.
The Giannis and Dame thing was a flop.
Yeah.
The Giannis and Dame thing was a complete flop. I'm sorry, Dame is just not destined to win. It's not that he's not talented to win. He's just not destined to win.
The only thing that's surprising everybody as well with a great record, Cavs.
Oh, well, not really, because the Cavs had a very good record last year, and they just got a little bit better, which makes them, they're 11-0.
Yeah, I know.
They're 11-0. So I don't think people are surprised. They're just maybe surprised how good. I'm not surprised because they were like very good last year.
Yeah.
But again, are they playoff deep? That's the difference. It's like Lamar and the Ravens,
Detroit.
Man, fuck them. Detroit is not going to be worth a damn.
Detroit
as a city is not as a basketball team. Sorry,
I think Detroit's a sleeper. I personally think Detroit's a sleeper. My Knicks. No, I'm just kidding.
But
New York, we back, baby.
New York took a step back. I feel.
Nah,
I don't feel like they got better in the offseason.
Don't worry about it.
I don't feel like it. Boston pretty much stayed the same, which is going to be fine.
Fuck Boston.
I really want Giannis to win one more.
Fuck Boston.
Once you win one, I'm good on you.
I hope Giannis leaves and goes to the Warriors.
Who do you want to see win this year? I know KD's already won. KD's has already won, but I really want Book to win.
Fuck no.
Because after seeing him in the Olympics, Brook is a locked in, I'll do what I need to win type of player. And he showed me in the Olympics that he's great offense, great defense, can play a great role play. Like he could do whatever you need him to do. He could be a great point guard, great shooting guard. Like I want to see Book win just because Book is like one of my favorites, like of the young boys, like character. Ant Edwards, you can wait. Ant-Man, you can wait a little bit.
Yeah.
You can wait a couple more seasons to win your chip. It's fine.
Too.
Yeah, he's looking fine. Shy, I kind of do want to see Shy win because he's one of those slept on. Like people forget Shy was in that top 3 score. Like he could have been a scoring champion last year.
Yeah,
like the scoring leader. He should have been he was in the MVP competition, and you don't hear people talking about it at all.
John Morant is back.
Yeah, Jaws highlight reel. They were talking fucking crazy. He's doing 360 spins where he cooked the Nets.
He's trying to get his money back that he fucking lost.
Yeah. Like it's
He just needs
whatever.
to stay out of trouble.
PG needs to retire. I'm sorry. Kawhi needs to retire. I'm sorry.
Speaking of, sorry, that's why I clicked on. How do you feel about Dwayne Wade's statue?
Garbage. Disgusting.
In the fact that
He looks like the creature from I Am Legend.
you know what's worse?
What?
That he was actually part of the whole design thing.
Yeah, I don't
Think
get it.
about
Wade.
that. He was like, no, I was part of the design. Like I wanted to make something. I was like, bro, you're a basketball player. You're not an artist.
Yeah, it's a disgrace.
Yeah,
It's
even
whatever.
your son looked at you. He's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You seen that
Yeah,
highlight?
it's
His son looked at
just-
him. He's like, are you dead ass? That doesn't even look nothing like him.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And that's gonna be there forever.
It was a disgusting statue, honestly.
I don't even know what moment that he was trying to fucking get.
Why would I think? But I think who was I listening to? Was it somebody? Was it Shay Shay or was it?
Uncle
No,
Shay?
it was Crash Dummies podcast, and they said, oh, but they actually made a smart move because now everybody's gonna want to come to Miami and go to the stadium so they can see the terrible Dwayne Wade statue. If it was a nice, they said if it was a nice statue, they'd have been like, cool, Dwayne Wade statue. But now now that statue is viral. Everyone's gonna be like, yo, let's go look at that trashy
for how
Dwayne
long,
Wade.
though? For how long?
Long enough.
For how long? No.
If it was a good statue, people would have been like, "Oh, great D Wade," and then forgotten about it. Now niggas are gonna flock to the stadium just to see the trashy statue. But you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Rocky statue gets more visits. Is gonna still get more visits than his ass.
Is it good?
The Rocky statue.
I haven't seen it.
The one in Philly.
Yeah.
They put it on the side. They still do it, but I mean, nah, it's just stupid. Like Jordan statue is fire. Kobe, rest in peace, fire. Shaq's, I think Shaq's statue is the best one I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I was like, it's whatever. It's a statue.
Go to the.
But
What else happened? What's else
we got the Tyson fight.
this Friday. Oh yeah. By
Yeah.
the way, my gym got sponsored by that.
Really?
Yeah. So their promotion company that they're running, they're sponsoring my gym. They're giving us a
Nice.
certain amount for food. So we're ordering food. We're projecting it, and yeah, it was kind of cool. What I would say that, and I'm calling it right now, I think the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight is going to do the biggest numbers ever in boxing history. Why? Because it's in Netflix, and also, Jake a smart man. The whole undercard, killers.
We'll
The
see.
whole
I don't know.
undercard
I don't know. I have
As
to go look 'em
upcoming
up.
boxers who are killers. So him and Mike Tyson just cherry on the top.
Okay.
So I'm giving Jake Paul his flowers. I think it's probably going to be one of the biggest
Yeah, I've
boxing
never-
fights ever. And shout out to you, and I can't wait to watch it.
I don't think I've ever doubted Jake's marketing abilities. I've just
Genius.
he was just a little trolly, and that's kind of why I didn't like him. But it's just
Give him
in
his
terms
flowers.
of him doing his job. Like, yo, you
Yeah.
know what you do. Oh, how do you feel about your boy Mr. Beast? Them texts leaked, bro.
I didn't. When was
You
this?
didn't know?
When was this?
Yo, this was like 2 weeks ago
What
or
happened?
something like that. I think. So
I didn't see nothing on Twitter,
remember how his
TikTok,
ex
nothing.
co-host, like, she had all them scandals going on, like some.
The one that transitioned?
Yeah, but there was like some pedophilia shit like going on.
Yes. Okay.
So a bunch of like texts from like I think it was Telegram or Signal, one of them. I think it was Telegram. Mr. Beast knew about that whole culture. It's not just him, but like there was a culture at work, and he knew damn well about it and just stayed hush.
Yeah. No, I knew about that.
You knew about
That was old.
No. There's like more text came out, and it was like worse.
Yeah, but him knowing, people assuming that he knew, and he kind of like put on the down low.
They were so what I had heard going around looking in the internet, reading through stories and shit like that, like reputable magazines. Again, I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Okay.
Like, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Supposedly, Mr. Beast, the culture was worse than expected, and
Oh.
Mr. Beast was fully aware and was like, "Y'all niggas do you," basically.
Oh wow.
So I was like, because as soon as I saw that, I said, "Bro, I gotta talk to Assam about this because that's
That's-
like one of your YouTube idols or some shit."
Not a YouTube idols. I just need him to be
I
studied.
like people that you really like and respect. That you're like,
Yeah.
"Yo, you want to see them succeed," and I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, no, I do like Mr. Beast, but I also like I'm
Like,
fascinated.
I would go research it yourself and let me know
Yeah.
what you think next
no,
time we talk.
I wouldn't say I never idolize anybody except God. Now, in that,
Yeah. I know.
but the thing is that is very fascinating. He needs to be studied because the shit that he comes out that he does, nobody has ever done. So I don't know where he gets this ideas
Brain.
from. Yeah, so that's why I say Mr. Beast needs to be studied
Yeah, but
from
yeah,
everything.
go look at all that shit and let me know what you think because apparently it was worse. That whole creepy pedo-ish culture was like worse.
Well, it's disgusting and doesn't help the the cause for people that actually just want to transition.
Yeah. Also doesn't help the cause. Like, but again, people say that all the time about like black people. Like you niggas acting a fool, and You niggas acting a fool and it's making the rest of us look bad. Like people say that about every minority.
They do
Nobody says that shit about white folk.
They do make us look
Again,
bad.
that's part of the discrimination. Nobody says that shit about white folk. Like y'all acting a fool and you making us look bad. When
Yeah.
have you heard people say that about
Exactly.
like when Riff Raff was out here acting a goddamn fool? Nobody was nobody was judging the race.
Riff
But
Raff.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of like a clowny ass white person. You know what I mean?
I haven't heard.
Like I'm thinking of a
I haven't
clowny
heard
ass
about
white
Riff Raff since
person.
2015.
The Jackass boys and shit. Like nobody judges, and nobody as like white people. Nobody judges their race like that on the
Yeah.
actions of one person. But like when it comes to other minorities, whether it's blacks, Latinos, gays,
We're our
all that
o-
shit, like people will take one person and be like, see all of them.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
our
people don't do that
worst
shit.
critic.
Yeah, it's
We're our
whatever.
worst critic.
I'm niggas' worst critic. Y'all niggas need to act a fucking fool. Like stop acting a goddamn fool. All right, get your fucking shit together. I'm not a fan of respectability politics, but there has to be a little bit of respect. You know what I mean?
I need to find a brother who's
Stop acting like this.
I need to find a brother who's a MAGA supporter and bring him on.
Oh hell no.
That's what I want to do.
No, I'm not doing all that
I
shit.
would love to be, enlightened.
Won't be me. You're gonna have to edit that show yourself, do all that shit by yourself. Go get your own
You would
phone.
not sit with them?
Nope.
See, that's the issue.
I've sat with enough to know there's
No,
no
but
way.
that's-
I've sat with enough. I've heard enough opinions to know that I don't. There's only so many times I can sit with you. Like that last election before when we were doing the Sleepy Joe Trump thing. I've sat with enough of them to know like there's no redeeming you guys. There's nothing else I need to say. You know what I feel. I know what you feel. There's nothing else I
Yeah.
need to add to this. You get me?
And he thinks he's right. You think you're right.
I know I'm right. I know I'm right. And you know what? Honestly, it's not even about being right. It's like my vote is just based on decent self-respect. You just say fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even like you're right. It's a self-respect thing. Like I know my reasons. You know your reason. You obviously got no respect for other people. Like there's times where like when I voted, a lot of these issues will not affect me as much as it'll affect other people, and that's
Yes.
primarily why I voted.
That 100%.
Because it's empathy for your fellow man, empathy and sympathy for your fellow man. Like that's like I said, I'm a male. I'm a grown man. Like, my sexuality is just easily to hide. It's whatever. So I'm not really that worried.
Yeah.
I have no issue. I'm not worried about being deported. I'm not worried about, I'm not trans, so
It's
I don't
for the
have to worry
others.
about
Yeah,
those
it's for the
rights
others,
taken. I'm
yep.
not married. I don't have to worry about gay marriage. I'm never going to have an abortion.
Absolutely.
It's for, I'm not in school, so I don't have kids going to public school, so I'm not
Yeah.
worried about all of these things, all of these main human rights things. It's
Yeah.
empathy for my fellow man, for the people around me, for the communities around me.
100%.
Like I could have just not voted because none of this shit would have mattered. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
None of this shit could have mattered to me. I could have not voted, and then Trump would have gotten my vote, and then Kamala. Because it doesn't bother me like that. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not the one primarily affected. It's empathy for my fellow man. I voted because I care about the people around me in my life.
Yeah.
That's where my vote went. So it doesn't matter to me. Like my family, I'm not have to worry about immigration. You know why? Because none of my family members want to come here. They're all in other countries. They all have their own
Yeah.
passports. Everybody's safe on the other side of the world. So yeah, my vote wasn't for me, and I'm not sitting down with no Trump support. Like I saw a lot of people talking about like, well, we can still be friends, we can still disagree. No, fuck, we can't.
You wouldn't be friends with somebody that, like, let's say you had a.
No, they don't want to be friends with me either. The fuck
No,
out
but
of
let's say
here.
they
That's the
were.
cowardly mentality.
Because
You want everybody to be cool and chill because you're in the losing side of this.
no, because I see.
In terms like socially.
So I see.
Like
this
socially,
girl-
you have more to lose socially. So you're like, hey, we should all be friends. It's like back like, oh, I love black people. I don't have a problem with black people. It's just don't use my fucking bathroom. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing,
Like,
though,
no,
because
we don't have to use. We have
obviously,
to do that shit.
I seen this this one individual, and she posted like well, fuck it. She posted like, I'm supporting Trump, dogs for Trump. Like she's posting her dogs, whatever. It was funny.
Dogs
right?
for Trump.
Yeah, like she had her dogs dressed up in MAGA and all this stuff. But she has friends who are Puerto Ricans, et cetera, et cetera. And she even posted, she's like, I'm so glad that I have friends, even though we're disagreeing in politics, but we can still be friends and hang out.
No, we can't.
And I think, yeah, that's true. That's how it should be.
Not
Because
not for him.
No.
There are certain elections where there's too much on the line. You said, and somebody reposted, like a good friend of mine like posted this like a month back. You said I can, racism wasn't a deal breaker. Somebody said racism wasn't a deal breaker,
Yeah.
homophobia wasn't a deal breaker, transphobia wasn't a deal breaker. Disrespect to the immigrant community is you said all of these are not deal breakers and still voted for him. So I'm like, okay, you may not be racist, but you actually don't care about any of this shit. So that's a deal breaker to me.
Okay, that's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like if somebody was like, if you said, hypothetical, let's put you into
Yeah.
what's the thing, you care so much about the Palestine
Yep.
Israel conflict, right?
Yep.
That's your main shit, right? You can't fuck with. I've heard you say this.
Apartheid.
Yeah, you cannot fuck with nobody, right? And they're like, you know what? I know he's going to just this candidate is going to make the situation so much more worse for my people, but I believe about all these other issues way more. Okay, cool. You said I don't care about hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people dying if I get to have X, Y, and Z. Islam, do you respect somebody like that?
I wouldn't respect them, but I can
But
still have.
you can't sit that you can't sit at a table
But
and
I
have
can-
them and sit there next to them and be like, I know damn well you don't give a fuck about my people. You
No.
come in a protest with me when you could have actually done something to help.
Yeah, but
I can't respect you. I can't
I
be
don't
friends
have to
with you.
respect them, but I can still sit with them and have a conversation with them.
No, I'm talking about friends. I'm not talking about we can have conversations with anybody we want. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about could you still be friends with them? The people who saying, "Oh, we can be friends." People who actively ignore the struggles of your people, which is the issue that you've told me a million times is like the biggest fucking thing to you. People who are like, "You know what? I can let this slide. I can let slide that they actively are against the Israel-Palestine thing. They're actively on Israel's side."
I'm not gonna be
other things. I can't be friends
to
with
a
you.
certain point. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is my best friend. But at a certain point, I'd be like, yeah, I don't have no hate towards you. That's what you believe. That's what you're gonna believe in. Because at the end of the day, when you know that you're on the right, them they don't bother you. But I was so down with them and talk to them because for me, I don't even want to talk to you. That's just being ignorant.
I have nothing to talk to you about.
Because you also gotta give them hope. Like, hey, I'm trying to.
No,
How else are you gonna help them out?
I've told I don't
because
have,
you ignoring them.
I don't
Like,
have
I
to
want to
help
talk to
you.
you. Just you kind of proving their
I've
point.
told you what I need to say. You don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and beg you. Be like, please,
It's not begging.
please, free Palestine, Habibi.
No, but
I'm not talking
begging,
to you
but
all
still
the time.
keeping having the conversation. That's one thing. Communication, having conversation.
It's too much for me.
We
I
should
can't.
still be able to have conversations even though we disagree.
I have enough friends. I don't need to make more.
Because I talk to people who are Zionists. And we can still
Once
have
you've had the conversation, yeah, Islam, and they're still like, nah, there's nothing else to talk about.
You gotta be patient, my guy. You gotta be patient.
Not for me. Anyway, guys, my blood pressure high. I gotta be somewhere. All right. Great episode, I guess. Kind of, whatever. Fuck this whole place.
It was cool. I need you to cook. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's whatever.
I need you to go educate them.
Yeah. And again, like for the people talking about, but Trump this, it's very clear. I have nothing to explain to you. You sold out human rights for $1, rights that you don't give a fuck about. For $1 amount that you're not gonna get. It's fine, cool. I know what it is. Just just don't hit me up. It's fine. It's cool. Just don't hit me up. I'm not trying to be friends with you. I'm not trying to chit chat with you. None of these issues give a fuck about. Like, I don't care. I really don't care to have you in my life. Don't tell me we can still disagree and be friends, because you know what? At a certain point, there's enough disagreeing. We can't be friends.
Exactly. In 3 years, he's going to be wearing a MAGA hat.
There's enough disagree. We can never. Yeah, never.
Kareem is going to make.
We've disagreed too much. We can no longer be friends.
In 3 years, Kareem is going to be making $2 million. And he's going to be like, you know what?
Last election, we could disagree and be friends. This year, we cannot disagree.
You hit $3 million, you'd be like, you're going to turn like everybody else. You know what? He wasn't bad at all.
If I hit we had the conversation. If I hit $3 million, if I hit that, because the lottery again is like almost $400 million, I said, that still don't mean no difference to me. I don't care.
After you see that,
you take 2% off the lottery tax, I'm still gonna make no difference to me.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be in Dubai minding my business.
You're gonna be millions. As soon as you see that tax, you'll be like, you know what? He wasn't bad at all. You're gonna turn just like them.
No.
Yo, Sudanese for Trump.
Never. I never saw myself out for $1. Never. Not in a million fucking years.
Red decked out. That should be hilarious.
Never.
Oh Lord. Anyways, but regardless. Next elections, even the states elections, go vote regardless of who you vote for. Voting matters. Your vote counts. Okay. Period.
Yep.
Period.
Interim elections as well.
Yep.
That's why every 2 years. I'm sure
every
like
2
that.
years.
Yeah. Oh, and congratulations to my rugby team. We had our 20th anniversary this weekend.
Congrats,
I gotta go finish up. We have a lunch brunch thing that I gotta go do.
Okay, go ahead, I'll do that.
But yeah, we
had
it
here now.
20th anniversary game yesterday. It was really nice. I'm really fucking sore. We had the bar crawl at night. We had a banquet at State 48. Niggas, we ate. Yeah, Islam. We
on the
ate.
house.
Yeah,
nice.
We ate. I was full.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was full, bro. I went dressed out in a suit and everything. I said, fuck it. But yeah, shout out to my Phoenix Storm. The calendar, you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see the full. One of the pictures
I,
in the calendar I'm in. If you guys want to go buy one, it's $30. But one of the pictures in the calendar I'm in did not age well. For the
No.
July, we did
Nope.
an America theme for July, and it did not age
saw
well.
that shit on the
Not
feed.
for me, at least.
Saw that shit feed. Scroll right back up. I was like, nope,
Yep.
not for your boy. Shout out to my doctor for keeping me on the program. Shout out to Eat Clean Phoenix for my meal preps. I've been feeling healthier. This is the healthiest I've ever been in the past like 7 years. I'm so happy. I'm still locked
For
in.
YouTube, these are just free shout outs that we doing. Nobody's.
And I still got 2 more months on my program before I hit my weight goal.
You are looking slimmer, though. I'll give you that.
I appreciate it.
You are looking slimmer.
I told
no
you,
lie.
dude. I'm locked in.
I saw the picture you posted about like, nah, gym mirrors, ain't no way I look this good. And I was like, this nigga know he's been losing weight.
Yes.
I say he know he's losing weight and he's trying to gas us up.
But it's all side. You know
I've
what I
said
mean?
goodbye like 3 times.
I said psychology, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you posted. He's like, bro, gym mirrors are a scam. Ain't no way I look this good. I
Because
said, this bitch knows he
'cause guess
lost
what?
the weight, bro. He
Because
knows.
I got the opposite DMs. Because see, if I posted that, people are like, oh, you think you're feeling yourself? You think you're like. So I did that already. You know what the DMs were?
What?
Nah, you look good.
Yeah, I knew
Nah,
it. Fucking bitch. I said, bro, he knows exactly what he's doing. I said, fuck that.
Your boy's been feeling himself.
Stop.
dog.
Go turn off the camera. Khalas, we're done.
All right. See y'all until next time.
All right, thank you guys.